Hey guys, it's Brickmaster AS here with another LEGO review video. As you can see, I am in a different area. I'm hoping this area works a lot better than the old studio. There's probably going to be some minor adjustments or complete change, I don't know yet, and we'll see how this video turns out. But here we are with Killow vs Samurai X, and there is a spoiler up ahead with the Samurai X minifigure, because we do get to see the identity. So if you do not want to see that, I would suggest skipping ahead through that minifigure reveal. I'll try and remind you again that there will be some sort of spoiler when that comes up. This is from the LEGO Ninjago Sons of Garmadon. As of the time of the recording of this video, this TV show I do not believe is released in the United States yet. It is on YouTube or whatever, and that's kind of where I've been watching it. Someone, I don't know if it's Cartoon Network who's streaming it or how it's being streamed onto YouTube, but that's how I have been watching it, and I'm up to episode like 78, 79, but this particular scene hasn't been shown yet, but we have seen this bike, and we have seen Samurai X actually in one of the kind of the teaser clips. But I want to get right into the review, so we're going to start off with the bike. Here is the bike, full of stickers galore. Actually, there's not too many stickers. There's about 8, 9. Well, yeah, it's kind of a lot. But regardless, this is Killow's bike. I am going to take him off for a second. As you can see, he is a big fig. And I will get to him in a minute. And I just dismembered the bike there. But let's just look at the bike for now. You can see there is a large area where he can sit on. But otherwise, just looking at the bike, we can see up at the beginning there is, or at the front, there is a really interesting blade type element for the front wheel. When you move, it moves. It's shaking the camera because it just is. I like this blade element. It looks kind of cool. It has a sticker on there, and it actually has a sticker on the other side too of the blade. Moving up, we have kind of the central motor chassis-ish part of the chassis type section with a big purple light on the front, and I'm going to zoom out because it's kind of grainy and I just want to focus very well. We have 2 handlebars moving up. There is kind of a face on the sticker, and it is identical on this side. Moving up to the center portion, here is the 2 handlebars for Killow, so he can actually sit and hold the handlebars. Now it is fairly easy, I think, to get his hands into it. The handlebars, they are just like the old paintbrush minifigure accessory piece. And then his feet attached to 2 studs, and of course I broke it again. Move the arms up, his feet attached to studs in there. It's fairly easy, but getting him out, a lot of times since it's such a thin piece, it flexes quite a bit, and you kind of worry about breaking it. But regardless, you kind of keep moving down. Oops, kind of showed a hidden feature there. We have more stickers, elements, and stuff. Moving back to the exhaust that I just broke again. You can see there's 2 exhaust outlets. There is a skateboard here, and the actual other side of the bike is pretty much completely identical to this side. And I'm going to show you a small feature with this. Is say you're coming in for battle against, say, Samurai X. These 2 elements along the side actually shoot out and can go out and kind of clash together, and there's a piece right here that you can kind of control that from. So if you want to pop them out when they're forward, that works as well. You can push them forward again, just to show you again. Bam, they kind of pop out, and I am just knocking stuff off the bike left and right. But with that side, actually I do want to show these pieces. They are pretty cool pieces. It's kind of like a big large action figure sword piece with 3 horn elements, and I know it's not part of the large action figure line, but I can guarantee it'll be used by mock makers in that line. It looks cool. I wish I had a bunch of these pieces because I think they're so cool. But moving along, that's kind of the other thing, is he has a big club piece that he likes to use, and if we take him off, this whole front section lifts up and back, and it gives you a space to store his big massive weapon, which we will get a better look at when we go over the minifigure. I'm going to slide him off, but that's the bike. There's not a crazy amount to it. Has some cool action features, and actually you can access both of them like this from the side too, those flashing blade elements, by pushing them up here. I like the color scheme. Ooh, bump the camera. I like the color scheme for the bike. The red and the purple and the black all go together quite well, I think. There's not much else to say. These back pieces never broke off for the couple weeks I've had the set, and now today for some reason they are falling off left and right, but they are only attached with that one stud, which kind of gives them. Overall, it's a pretty durable thing. It's not just going to break apart if you're grabbing it and playing it and being rough with it. I should point out this is actually a big tire with a rubber tire on it. It's kind of a big wheel. It's the only wheel with the set because, of course, that blade is in the front. But let's take a look at Samurai X. And here is Samurai X in He/She's Samurai mech suit. Off the bat, the thing looks good. It looks like a really athletic-y type mech, or lanky, because the legs just kind of give it that, or kind of a thinner look, and it just gives it kind of a lanky appeal. I do like it. It looks like kind of a sports mech, kind of a sports car, sports mech, bad pun. Stickering all up the sides and the front. On its right arm, we have a kind of a blaster with this spinning blade element. We've seen this done multiple times in the Ninjago universe. This side is a hand with 2 stud shooters with trans red studs. Looking up, there is a joint for a knee, but there is no actual articulation with that joint. And of course, the image quality just went down because I zoomed in. I apologize. Going up, you can kind of see there is where Samurai X sits. This whole thing folds down, and she is just kind of sitting in there on 2 studs. This is kind of a simulated display. There's nothing on it. It's just a cheese slope piece. These shoulder pads can go up and down. Then actually not articulation. I'm going to spin to the back. There's kind of the back. You see there's 2 clips here for the swords. There's this big thing on the back which actually comes off. It's just sitting in a slot in the back. It's a big weapon piece which you can stick in Samurai's hand. You can close the fingers around it and it becomes a weapon. It's interesting. It's not your normal weapon you would see with the mech. Not that I've seen anyways. It looks cool. I will give it that. Practicality with the arms, which I know is an issue, is the arms, don't move very far. They got 2 joints, one on each side, which are hard to see with the black backdrop. I'm going to have to change that. It's just the arms. You want to reach them across the front. You want to kind of go in front of the body. But it's hard to do that. There's not long enough. With simple modification, if you get a longer style of a piece here, you could easily fix that. I kind of tried, and I really don't have any of the right pieces to do that. But with simple modification, you could get longer arms, which I think would greatly increase the play value of this mech. But that's arm articulation going to the legs. Got 1 joint at the hip, 1 at the foot. Front to back movement. You got quite a bit to the back, it looks like, but not much. Going forward, that's as far as they go. Same with the other leg, is identical. To get in kind of a walking pose, let's see if I can do that here. Just because, it's good to make a mech look like it's walking and has some sort of movement. Kind of. It wasn't too difficult to get into. Kind of looks more like he's doing a lunge type walk, or he or she. Could be either or. We don't know the identity of Samurai X unless you have seen the set review before, which I'm sure you had. I'm kind of late on the gun with it. But yeah, that's the mech. There is actually pretty good stability, just popping it up on 1 leg. Okay, sure, now of course it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And actually, you know what? I was wrong. There isn't a ton of stability to get on 1 leg. The foot doesn't go forward far enough. You can kind of get the hip up forward and get on 1 leg. No, I just can't. Maybe if I put his or her arms forward. There we go. You can get 1 leg. You just gotta balance the arms different direction. Kind of an interesting looking pose. But that is it for this Samurai X Samurai mech. So let's get into the minifigures. Before I get to the minifigures, I do want to point out there is a small Exo Force arm piece here that has one of the bar size holes in it. You can stick a banner. It doesn't include a flag or banner with the set, but you could, if you have one, you could stick it in there. Kind of maybe make your own customized one. But now let's go to the minifigures. Here is 2 of the minifigures included in the set. On the left we have Jay, and on the right we have Samurai X. Jay is in the kind of the trans movie TV show garb. They adapted all the ninjas' suits to look more kind of like their movie counterparts. So people from the movie, the Ninjago movie, coming into the universe doesn't have such a weird transfer. They kind of know who's who. We have pretty good printing all around on the prints of each torso. Look at that nice high quality footage there. Might have to change the camera here a little bit or do some minor adjustments. On the back, same prints. It's hard to see a lot, so there's a lot of stuff on them. So I'm going to take Samurai out for a minute, and I'm just going to change up Jay here. There's Jay without all the extra stuff on him. Going around the back, there's an alternate face, kind of a amused, partially amused type looking face. Now I'm going to slide Samurai in here. This is where, if you do not want a spoiler, I would advise pausing the video, or I shouldn't say pausing, skipping ahead in the video, because we are about to learn Samurai X's true identity. 3, 2, 1. Look at that. The true identity of Samurai X. Just kidding. Alternate face. 3, 2, 1. Pixel. Yes, for all of you who think it's Pixel, you are right. Pixel is Samurai X. I'm going to quick take off this extra shoulder piece here, pop the head back on. There is the face of Pixel in Samurai X. There's the alternate face. Kind of a weird looking face if you ask me. Try to see detail, but in the red eyes there, maybe if I zoom out, the focus will help you see it better. There is eyes in there. They're kind of under a red mask piece. That's just it. Samurai X is Pixel. Pretty mind blown. Not gonna lie, actually I kind of expected it, but still, it's kind of cool knowing that it is Pixel. But that is it for this Samurai X, and let's pop in to look at Killow. And here is the mighty Killow. It's a big fig. My first ever actually big fig. Kind of weird to admit that I haven't never had a big fig in my years of collecting Lego. Here's the crazy weapon accessory piece. It's just a couple pieces put together. You can pop it out of his hand. It's just a bar size attachment. For those of you who aren't familiar with big figs, there are just a couple parts. It's mainly usually the body piece, an arm, and a hand. And this is actually a minifigure head on here. Usually the head, it's not a minifigure head, I do not believe. I do not know if the heads are generally just bumped the camera. I don't know if the heads are generally attachable or not with big figs. Like I said, this is my only big fig. But great printing all along for Killow. Cool kind of knee pads moved around. We have tattoos up one side looking like maybe kind of a representation of the 3 Oni masks. Nothing on this arm. Take off this whole back piece. There's just 3 Technic holes you can attach stuff into. Let's see if I can get it back on now. Of course I can't. It's just kind of a large attachment piece. Sticker on it. I'll get to why this kind of thing looks the way it does in a minute. Sorry for that extra noise there. This is the mask of, I want to say hatred. I think it's the mask of hatred. I might be wrong. I think it is though. I should have checked that before I did the video. Ha ha ha. Anyways, good printing on the mask. I do like these masks. It's just on like a motorcycle helmet type dealio. And this helmet is actually what he wears in the TV show, if I'm not mistaken. This is what he looks like in the TV show. Yes, just a normal minifigure head. Looks pretty good. Good printing. So if you want to just take the mask off, you can. Just has 2 attachment points to attach on. Something kind of funny with the back is he does have a bit of a plumber's crack. I thought that was kind of funny in there. Kind of weird, not going to lie to you. So, with this, on his bike, you might remember I mentioned there's a skateboard that was right here. Where's the skateboard now, I wonder? There's 2 of them right here. you are supposed to attach him to the feet of Killow. Of course, I'm struggling. And this kind of becomes an alternate mode for him. You can just pretend that this is a thruster. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be a thruster. It's a toy, though. You got to pretend. And it pushes him forward, and he can roll on his skates forward and back, which just both fell off. That is one thing I noticed. Is his do kind of come off easy. But yeah, he can just kind of roll around. And that is it for the review of this fantastic Sons of Garmadon set. I only have one other set in this wave, probably the only other set I'll get to. Don't know if I'll review it. It is the Temple of Resurrection. I don't know if I'll ever get around to reviewing it, just because I don't really have a consistent review time or schedule. Plus, I have some other things I want to get out of the way first. And since it is kind of late for the Sons of Garmadon reviews to be going out, for me anyways, because I believe these were released January 1st, it's we'll see if I get to it or not. May or may not. If I get a lot of comments saying you guys want to see it, I can review it. But otherwise, that is all for this set. I think the set is a plus, but of course that's what I'm going to think because I only buy sets that I really want. I hope you enjoyed. If you like it, leave a thumbs up. If you like the video, please comment and subscribe. Or if you like the video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to see more content. If you'd like to leave your thoughts on the set itself, leave a comment down in the comment section below, as well as what you think of the set itself, or maybe you didn't like the set. The only drawback, as I kind of mentioned earlier, would be the reach of the arms, the articulation in that upper arm. They're not quite as long as I would like. But otherwise, there's really nothing negative in my opinion about the set. Brickmaster out.